So, did you get to the Shadow Line? Did you free the prisoners?
Yeah, I found them and freed them. And I found out some interesting things about the site.
After what we've just done, I'm not sure we need more information. We're going to be able to enter Shadow Lair and attack the source.
You want to leave soon, right? You wouldn't want us to still be around when Abundance shows up, would you?
What? How?
One of the prisoners heard about your alliance from some dying guy. A former member of the Resistance who was your liaison with the other guild. How could you do that?
Don't you see? It was the only way to weaken and disperse the Technomancers enough so we could hope to defeat them. Abundance is ready to support the government we'll be setting up. And with their help, we'll finally have a chance.
At the expense of Green Hope, which has already cost Aurora a lot of blood.
What does that matter now? Aurora doesn't need Green Hope. What we really need is freedom. A future.
And you really believe Abundance's promises? Don't you think the only thing they're interested in is getting a hold of this site?
Maybe. But once we have the source, we'll set up a new government. A government of the people. Then we'll be stronger than ever, and Abundance won't be able to do a thing against us. Roy, you know that without me, the Resistance would be nothing. That I'm ready to give everything for it.
If we let traitors off the hook, it'll mean the death of the Resistance, remember? And you didn't just betray your side. You betrayed the Guild.
It's not treason. I did it for the good of the Resistance, of Aurora. You can't kill me, Roy. What will happen to the movement without me?
So long, Marco.
I never would have believed he'd betray us. I think he really wanted to help the cause, despite everything.
Maybe, but he landed us in a pile of shit. We have to leave Green Hope as soon as possible and take the source by force. The Technomancers were hit hard, so we have a chance to take them, and we can't pass it up.
We'll go then. You want one of your friends to come along?
I'd rather just the two of us went.
I'll be happy to travel alone with you, Roy. I mean, alone. I mean, there'll be the troops, of course, but... Anyway, let's go.
We're finally leaving Green Hope, fleeing before Abundance gets here, after shedding light on the activities of the Technomancers and weakening them. Not only did we sabotage their excavation site, but we also discovered the inhuman experiments they were carrying out on the defiant citizens of Aurora. We've won enough here for now, and hope they'll fall, along with the dowser that's backing them, so they'll have to confront their madness. I even managed to get my hands on the serial killer who was stalking Shadow Lair. It may seem almost trivial, but it's still good news. Especially as I have lots of regrets. I would really have liked things to have turned out differently. I wish Marco hadn't betrayed us, that I hadn't had to kill him, that Green Hope had stayed ours. But we have to go on to the next chapter and keep moving forward. So I'm going with Judy to the source, with the soldiers of the Resistance. Because the Tyrant will be well protected, and it's time we settled a few scores.
There! Kill him!
So, that's the source. All this wealth. But you've already been here, haven't you?
This takes me way back, Judy, and I only ever got to see the areas reserved for the Technomancers. I didn't have access to the government offices.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the dowser. It's time for the Resistance to confront the oppressor of the people. The Tyrant will be judged for his crimes. We have to be careful. Failure is not an option this close to victory. Defeating the Source's guards isn't gonna be a cakewalk.
I'm not worried about the guards.
So he who has no fear has nothing to lose. yourself sometimes. What are you looking to gain? Fighting with us?
After the insanity of the Technomancers, I believe in you. I believe in the Resistance. The people of Aurora deserve a chance to make their own future.
There is no cause more noble or just than the fight for freedom. Let's do this. killed him. Why?
Wisdom was my friend. He was the leader of Aurora. I could not let him be dragged in front of an angry mob. Let the people judge him. You were going to debase Aurora in the eyes of the other guilds if you humiliated its dowser. I couldn't allow that.
You're completely wrong about us. Yes, he would have been judged, but it would have been fair. We're not here to destroy, but to rebuild.
Your beautiful ideas are naive and dangerous, girl. And I was sure you wouldn't understand. But I'm ready to answer for my actions.
You will be judged for this murder as well as for your involvement in a corrupt government. You will have to answer for many things.
Are you sure we can leave him alive after what he just did? You heard him. You think he'll just stand aside peacefully and watch the Resistance form a new government?
I'm not like him. I can't kill just because it suits me. He may be a pragmatist, but there is the blood of a hero running through his veins. He fought for Aurora. But this is your fight and your decision.
You're right. We're better than this. He needs to stand trial.
I guess I have to thank you for your mercy. Even if my execution is just postponed.
You should thank him. He shares those dangerous, naive ideals that you fear. Roy has a strength of conviction that you do not. And you owe him your life because of it. I'll leave you to your pragmatism. Alone. Come on, Roy. We have so many wonderful things to do. There's a world to rebuild. The free people of Aurora await!
So, in the name of the Resistance and right ideas, of freedom for the people, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed. Including one of their leaders who thought he was doing good and committed betrayal for the benefit of Abundance. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Thanks to our actions, the Technomancers are now under constant Resistance surveillance. Their dreams of power are at an end, this time. It was suggested I command them, but I don't like the idea of holding all these people on a leash like I was. Mary has joined their group. I think she felt lost without chains, but maybe one day, even though she's eccentric, she'll be leading them. Tenacity has decided to hunt for the Resistance. He's looking for traitors, everyone suspected of participating in all the horrible things. That'll probably lead to a real cleansing. Judy hates the idea, but she can't stop the people from holding grudges. Aurora will have to set up a new government. I hope, of course, that it'll be less corrupt, but I'm not dreaming. There will always be tyrants ready to take over the guild, ready to dominate the people for their own ends. Judy will keep debating as usual to try to defend her dream. She did, of course, ask for my help, but to be honest, I'm not sure I belong among them. I'll be staying here for a while regardless, just to see how things pan out. Because I know the conflict is far from over. Abundance will not give up so easily. The death of our Dowser and the recovery of Greenhope will give them the hope that they can crush us. And even if we still have a war hero, he'll soon be appearing before a court. If he's let off, I fear he'll be the leading opponent of the new government. Anyway, for the moment, life goes on and Aurora can now dream of a better future. One that Innocence, who sacrificed himself for this dream, will never know. And so I write the final words of the war log of Innocent Smith to give it a proper ending. Farewell, kid.